everybody, Sue Kelly here, and today we're going to make some little buns into some funny faces or animals just for fun. So it's a fun baking day today, and these are some I made earlier, and I'll show you how to do them. So we've got a dog, a sheep, a pig, a chicken, just in case you didn't recognise them, and a funny face. And the funny faces, you can do whatever you like. You can make whatever colours, use whatever sweets you like, and just enjoy it. So it's a fun baking day today. Okay, so the ingredients you will need for your cupcakes with funny faces and animal faces on the top are here. You can make your own little cupcakes, which is what we're going to do today, or you could actually buy, in the supermarkets they do about 12 little fairy cakes in a packet, so it's entirely up to you. But today we're going to, as part of the session, we're going to throw together some ingredients just like that and make some little cupcakes as well. So to make cupcakes, which you have made before many times, you will need some butter and some caster sugar and a couple of eggs and some flour. The recipe will be attached with this for the ingredients, for the amounts. And then to decorate them, you will need some butter icing, which again you can make with a little bit more butter and icing sugar, or as I have there, so we've got some mixed up butter icing, or you can actually again buy a little tub in the supermarkets. So that's our butter icing. You will need some roll-out icing. All the supermarkets do it. This one, the red and this is from Aldi, Morrison's, Asda, they all do their own version. You will need some corn flour to roll it out with. Okay. And then some colour. I've got red here, but I think we've got some in the cupboard somewhere. Whatever colours you like, because this is for you to invent faces. So those are our ingredients for making the basics, and then the fun begins. To make our faces, I thought we could try some strawberry laces, maybe, to make mouths and hair. I've got a packet of Smarties. We could use those for eyes and pink cheeks and things. I've got some licorice all sorts. I've got an awful lot here, but you can share them all, can't you? Jelly tots are good fun as well. And some little mini marshmallows. They're good. And I got one of this is just a little black one, but it's a tiny little piping gel, which you can make little dots of eyes and noses and things like that. So that they're just any combination of sweets just to play with, really. So those are the ingredients that we need. I'll pop those all back on there. Pop them to one side. There we go. And the equipment is pretty basic, really. These are my scales. They're the bowl and they're the scales. So this is what I'm going to mix and weigh with. I will need a scraper, a wooden spoon, a table knife, a tablespoon, I couldn't think what it was called for a minute there, and just a little cutter. So I think that's all we need. I'll probably find something in the meantime, but for the time being, we'll get on and make the little buns now, shall we? First things first, which I always forget, don't I? You always remind me. Turn the oven on. I'm going to use my top oven this time. So turn that on. Turn it on to 200 degrees. Everything gets baked at 200 degrees. So that's on. And of course I have forgotten something, haven't I? But I think you would have guessed this. You will need a baking sheet or even a muffin. Sometimes there's muffin tins, but these hold their shape. And you want some little bun cases. So I think that the recipe should make about 6 or 8. So I'll put eight bun cases out. There we are. I've got some spare. So the bun cases are ready. They go straight on the baking tray or in a muffin tin to hold if you've got one, but they're fine on the tray. we're ready now. I have already measured out some butter and sugar in here. These are good, aren't they? You can add to them. So we've got butter and sugar in there. Wooden spoon. Beat it till it's creamy. Well, till you've got the butter and sugar in. Doesn't have to be too much. So there we go, put it on its side. As long as the sugar and butter's together. My butter was nice and soft. So if you keep the butter out for a bit first, it's a lot easier. And then we'll add the eggs. You could do this in your sleep, couldn't you, really? You must have made cakes so many times. So in go the eggs. Okay, put them on the side. And again, get them there. And this will take a bit more beating because it sort of looks a bit curdled. So just go with it. Oh, splash yourself as well. Go with it and beat it till it's nice and creamy and smooth. So it's nice and smooth now. Looks a little curdled, but it's not too bad. So it's nice and smooth. So now I get my scales again. They're good, these scales. And my flour. And I zero my scales. You'll weigh your flour into a separate container and then put it in there, but I can put it straight in here. So I want 4 ounces of flour. In it goes. Nearly there. Nearly there. There we go. 4 ounces of flour. Take it off my scales. Now be careful. Don't suddenly go mad because you'll disappear in a puff of flour. So just slowly, to start with, slowly just sort of fold the flour in bit by bit. You can give it a good beating in a minute. How many times have you been home from or worked in the kitchen and we always seem to be wearing dark colours and then we get flour all over ourselves. So there we go, doesn't take long. There we go, there's our cake mix. Mine's quite soft, I think, because all my ingredients were out to start with, but that's fine. As long as you put the right quantities in, that'll be fine. And then we'll bring these over. Not too quickly or they'll fly away. And we will convert to a tablespoon. Scrape the wooden spoon down. There we are. No licking at this point. That in there. And it's about a tablespoon. I like to take that, about a tablespoon, and it's 1, 2, 3, over. In it goes. Maybe a little bit more than a tablespoon. You want it about a third full. All right, not too full, otherwise it'll come over the top. Because you've beaten it like mad and there's lots of air in there. So I'll just fill these. Right, the last few little bits. Last few bits into there. There we go. Get that out of there. And then maybe, if you're allowed, that's that done. Get them in the oven now that we've put them in the cases. If you need help, get help, but just in the middle of the oven. Shut the door carefully, and I'm going to put my timer on. I'll put it on for 15 minutes. We can always look at it through the oven door, but 15 minutes because I'm terrible at remembering. So 15 minutes, we should have some nice little wide topped cupcakes to make our funny faces on. There's our buns just as well. It took an extra 5 minutes, so it's about 20 minutes, I think. They look good to me. There we are. Golden. Just golden on the top. So we'll pop them up there. There we go, turn the oven off. And we just need to leave those to cool down a bit. Maybe if you've got a cooling rack, put them on a cooling rack, okay? And now I have the Blue Peter trick of, here's some I made earlier. So I made these a while ago and they're completely cold to the touch because obviously we don't want to ice them while they're warm. The icing will just melt. So they're all cold to the touch and we're going to make them into animal faces, silly faces, funny faces, whatever. I've got some of the sweets out. We've cut some of the laces up and the licorice all sorts, and these are all my other sweets. So what shall we start? Let's start with my favourite, the sheep. Sean the sheep, or whatever his name is. So we are, where's my knife? I did have a knife, didn't I? I'll get another one out. I'm going to use some of the butter icing, just the ordinary butter icing. And I'm going to spread it all over the top. Not too much, but enough to be able to stick the marshmallows in. So you can go down. It's nice having the bun cases a little bit bigger because you've got a border to go to. So I've covered it all in that, and then you just stick the little white marshmallows, just stick them in all the way around the top. So just go round. This is there. Oh, stuck. They stick to each other as well. Just keep going round with that. Round the outside. And then we'll do the outside layer so we know where we're up to. Okay. And then we'll do another layer in. All over. Gosh, I hope you like sweet things. This is quite something to eat, isn't it? All those marshmallows and butter icing. Okay. So there's our woolly sheep. And then we need a little nose, eyes and ears. So what can I use as a nose? I think maybe, we can always fill in with these afterwards. Maybe we'll have a little pink nose. Okay. And some little white eyes. I'm just going to use some sugar paste, the rollout icing. So I've torn a bit off. So I'll get a ball of paste. If you want two eyes, start with one and halve it, and then you've got the same size eyes. So we've got two eyes there, which we can push in. Where's my little black marker? There it is. We'll put some little black dots on his eye. I can't see what I'm doing because it's upside down. There we go. Two little black eyes. And then we need some ears. So ears are going to be the pink marshmallows. Oh, there we are. I forgot to tell you. A pair of scissors, just kitchen scissors. And you're going to cut them. So have them sort of roly-poly side. So like a barrel, like that. And you're going to cut them diagonally across like that. And they end up ear shape. I can get one out. Look, you get a sort of point at the top. So that's one ear. And then you find the other one, find the pointy bit at the top, hold it by the pointy bit and stick it in there. And I think maybe one more white marshmallow there. What does that look to you like, cameraman? Oh, his ear's falling off, look.
It looks like Sean the sheep.
Have we got a sheep there?
We do.
There we are, there's a sheep. How about Percy Pig? See if we can do a pig now. So pigs are pink, obviously. So we'll get some butter icing. Put it in another bowl. That should be enough. I'll get some red colouring. You might have the droplet colouring, which is easier. So just put a little bit in. So I'll put a little bit in and mix it. Because pink is only a little bit of red. You might be a very blushing pig, this one. If I put too much in. No, that'll do. That'll do. So we just coloured the butter icing. We'll take another one of them. Exactly the same. Butter icing on the top, only it's pink this time. Spread it all out. I've been a bit more generous this time because we're not having marshmallows on the top. Well, I suppose you could cover them in pink marshmallows if you wanted. I'm just going to use butter icing on this one. There's my pink top. And we want a pink nose. So he has I've used the Licorice All Sorts. There's like a hundreds and thousands covered pink one. So if we put that there, and then my white icing again, I'm just going to make two eyes, two little balls of eyes. So those can go there. I get my black again, and we put a dot on the eye. It comes out all of a sudden, this stuff, beware. And then the pig has sort of two. Does that look like a pig?
It looks like a pig.
But he needs ears as well. So I'm going to do the same, the same as that. Get your marshmallow. So that's the, let me try and show you. That's the flat top. That's the flat top. What you want is on its side like that, and then you cut across it that way. Okay. So on its side, you cut across it that way. That's what makes the ears. And then you open them up, and one of them has a point. So there's one. And then we look at the other one and find the cut bit. You can see, I don't know if, can you tell? One of them has a point at the top.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So we'll open it up a bit at the bottom and put his ears. So there's a pig. There's Percy Pig for you. He can keep Shaun the Sheep company. All right. Another farmyard animal. How about a chicken? This is easy. So they're yellow, aren't they? But I reckon my icing is sort of yellow anyway. So dollop it over the top. There we go. If you've got some yellow colouring, by all means make it bright yellow. That's good fun, isn't it? I'm doing this for speed. So that's that. Then we've got two flies again. So a ball of the white icing. Just roll it into two little balls. We'll give him slightly. So I'm going to flatten these just to make them slightly bigger. There's the eyes. And we put the dot on the top. You could make them cross-eyed, couldn't you? Let's have some fun. Let's make him a cross-eyed chicken. Oh yeah. He doesn't look that cross-eyed, does he? And then I'm going to use my Smarties. So for the beak, I've got a Smartie, but I'm going to put it on its edge. So that's its beak. And then I'm going to use the red ones over the top, and that's the comb, isn't it, that goes over the top. So I've got two Smarties in there. That is so simple for a chicken. Chicken licking, we used to call him, but that was a long time ago. It's a farmyard animal, but it's a dog of sorts. So here we go again. You could colour it brown if you wanted it. You could make it chocolate coloured, whatever you like. But I'm just for speed, I'm just going to cover that with the ordinary butter icing again. Put a bit more on there. Depends how many food colours you've got, doesn't it, really, as to what you're going to colour it with. A bit of cocoa powder would work, just thought of that. So over there, so I'm going to use the Licorice All Sorts now. So I found a Licorice All Sort, which is actually the other way round than the eyes, isn't it? It's white in the middle and black round there. and with a sharp knife I've just cut a few slices off there, and they're a bit oval, but you can sort of squidge them a bit and make them this up. So these are the other way round for the eyes. These have got white in the middle. Let's squidge that one a bit, it's gone a bit. So those are the eyes for my dog. What was I going to use for his ear, his nose? Oh, a purple. Should we have a dark purple nose, like that? Ears go back to your licorice all sorts, and there's the same as that, and it's solid licorice. Yeah, and if you cut it in half lengthways and then really squidge it, sort of flatten it out with your fingers, it stretches a bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to chop the tops off so it's not just square, it sort of looks a bit more ear-shaped. Ear-shaped. So that's going to go, where does that go? That goes on there. There's one ear. Where's the other one? Let's flatten that. These eyes look a bit funny that way round, don't they? Never mind. It's the idea. We're not making them look perfect animals. Take that off. Take the ends off so it looks a little bit more pointy down the bottom. And there's his other ear. And I think I will use the little black piping thing. I might have to turn this round to me because I'm not, and I'm just going to do two little. Let's hope it works. It goes down and up and down. Whoa, this is very liquid. And up. Looks like he's got a moustache at the moment, doesn't it? This is very liquid, this jelly stuff. And I've coloured a little bit of paste red because I'm going to break off a bit, just a little bit, roll it into a ball, flatten it, so flatten the ball, and then sort of make it a bit longer. It's going to be its tongue, so sort of long and flat, and then that can go there. Well, I'm not sure the eyes are right that way round, but there's a funny looking dog. The whole point of this is to have fun. So there's 4 animals. And the next bit is up to you really. Making funny faces or anything you like. As long as it has 2 eyes, a nose and a mouth and some hair. Whatever colours you like. So enjoy yourself. So again, a little bit of icing because we're going to stick the things on the top, so just use the butter icing as a bit of glue really over the top. There we go. Okay, and then again I'm going to use white, but if you want to use any colour, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Halloween is coming up, isn't it? You could make some green witches, so you could colour some green. What else? Bonfire night. You could make something look like the guy that goes on top of the fire, or anything you like, anything like. When I'm not going to roll it out, I'm just going to pat it out, but to stop it sticking, you just need a little bit of corn flour, not ordinary flour, corn flour, because it's a lot finer, and then you can just pop that down. If you've got a rolling pin, that's fine. If not, just pat it out. It won't stick. Ha! Famous last word, she says. You can blame me if it sticks to the top. Blame me. That's okay, I don't mind. Alright. I've got a cutter that is about the size of the top of my cake. Cut that out. Put that on one side. And then that can cover my cake. So I've got a nice smooth top now. And that's going to be my face. Just wipe that. Get covered in it. So we want eyes, nose, mouth. What can we use? Let's have a look. What have we got here? I like these pink ones. Should we have some pink eyes? Look, they've already got black bits in the middle. All right, but obviously they're not going to stick. So again, just use a little bit of your butter icing, not too much, as glue. There's one. There's another. So there's some funny eyes. A nose. What could we use as a nose? Let's have one of our jelly tots maybe. What colour nose? I'm going to have a green because I hadn't used green yet. We're going to have green. Bit of icing. Going to have a green nose. All right. The laces, the strawberry laces. I don't know how are we going to glue these on? We might have to put some icing actually on the cake, and then we can press the laces into it, can't we? It'll be easier. I don't fancy putting icing on them, but we can have it. You can have one, or you could make it a bit thicker with two. There you are. There's a nice smiley face. Okay. Hair. What could we use for hair? You could go back to your marshmallows, or you could use Smarties, sort of on end. You could have green hair like that all the way around. I quite like. We had a go at this earlier. These are the licorice all sorts, and we've sliced them. So again, let's have some icing on the top here. Put it on the cake, and then we could just press the hair into it. Put that all the way around the top of the cake, and we've just sliced some of these so we can have like that. Put some of these round there and cut some more. Let's cut some more. Let's cut them down. They're quite easy to cut, but do mind your fingers. One more there. And one more there. There's my funny face. You could use the strawberry laces as well, couldn't you? And if you're really clever, you could plait the strawberry laces. Send me some photographs of plaited hair. So there we go. There's our funny faces and animals cakes. Just have fun with them. All right? Enjoy. See you again soon.